Hello guys, this is Al from Open Source Channel and welcome again. This is a new episode on how to. Although today I'm going to uh, do just a quick video and answer some of the questions that I have found on my channel. Um, let's start from the first one. About 3 days ago, White Male OK said that he could hear my voice, I believe, on one of the tutorials. And yes, in fact, I don't understand why. I just was listening to the original video and I don't see any problem there. So it might happen when I tried to upload my video, it didn't go well. I do not recall in a certain way that the video wasn't uploaded properly. But anyway, I will do that again and I will send you a message when that has been done. Catcasis diocesis. Sorry if I didn't pronounce it properly. Just a nice. My my answer to you is thank you very much. And logically, you said nice on the. I believe it was Mobirise tutorial. Here said is 191 available. Am I mistaken? Because it's 1910 is a new version out. Let's see if I can get Mobirise app. Where are we? Here we go. That's Mobirise. No, that's the whole my mistake. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. As you can see here is 1910. I'm going to show you also the new blocks. This is one of it. It's a contact form, newsletter. We're talking as well images that you can actually add. There we go. If I click on the plus button here, you will find the new blocks. Now all you need to do is just drag and drop. This is the contact form. This is the newsletter. And as I said earlier on, one of the new ones is the gallery. Once you had the gallery, let's do it here. Let's press the X. Those are the options. You can have a full width, not full width. You can have a spacing between them, or you can have both. Actually, it's up to you. Change the background color. Although I really must say I like the full width and I like no spacing. Here you can add and remove photographs. To add the photograph, you press plus. As you can see, just automatically down one A. And to change it, just press on the picture and choose your image. Let's see if I can find one pictures here. There we go. I can add another one there. Let's add the 4 of them and let's change one, all of them here. So press on that, press on this picture here. I'm going to put desert. Although this is not a tutorial for Mobirise, I'm only showing you a little bit how it works. Here we go, we got the full. I don't know how far it goes, but I think I tried with about 7 or 8 rows. I can't remember properly, and I had no problem. Although it takes with 7 8 rows, I believe if you just put a smaller, not full width, it looks much better. Otherwise, it looks too big. But anyway, that's said. Let's close that up. Let's go to the next one. Now, Savano Taru asked me for Odin. In this case, will be parallels H sphere. As you can see here, I've been here. Now, you said it's free. As you can see, I already answered you, but I have at the moment contacted parallels in regards because I didn't thought this was going to be free. If I go to if I actually request a trial license, I get a 404 error, as you can see here. So that is the reason why I contacted them. If I press on download, I get redirected to Parallels accounts, where I do have an account, and I'll show you the reason why I got an account in a second. I don't see any download for HSphere. Now I've got an account. As I let's go back again to Odin. Open a new tab. Now if I go to products and I go to Plask, download and trials, this is the why I got an account, because when I do, for example, tutorials, I get in my account, so I can get extra 3 days, just to make the tutorial. In this case here, you can find some of the keys that will expire on October 15th, and soon enough I will do a tutorial on how to install Plesk on your Linux. It's going to be on the CentOS version. I'm going to do it 2 different ways. I'm going to download this version where it manually be installed, and also do an installation with an ISO image using CentOS. Alright, that's going to be anyway soon enough. I don't know exactly when I'm going to do that, but I'll be doing it. Alright, but anyway, as soon as I get information, an email back from Parallels, I'll let you know, Savanotaru. No, I think that's because this is a week ago. Right, you want to know about Windows Server 2012 R2. Now, I was looking at this forum, and a lot of people say it's possible, but it's not straightforward. That's the problem. It's not straightforward. Now, to do that, I need a machine that is running 2012. Now, 2012 is not cheap. It's not something free. It's not, of course, not open source. Now, if I go to Amazon, you'll see that I think a copy is around. Let me copy this a second. I think last time I checked was about £200, British pounds. Pasting that and change that to R2. And I think I'm gonna do software there, 349. But I think I found the one copy for 200 and something. So anyway, see if I can get a copy from. I know someone who got a. We needed to use legal copies here. I mean, I don't use anything that is illegal. That's why I use a lot of open source. And the only thing I got, whatever I got on my computer that you can see is all legal, because that's the only thing I can actually afford. I wish I can afford, Microsoft Server to do more tutorials, but unfortunately, for me to spend £350 just to do a tutorial, it's a little much for myself. I don't make a lot of money on tutorials, so anyway, I don't make a lot of money. Now, if I go next comment, but anyway, nevertheless, if I can get a legal copy from a friend of mine with the legal serial number, sure, I'll try to do that, and I'll see what I can do to help you. Alright, I think this is the last one that I'm going to answer, or maybe a little bit more. Let's see, Sam asked me about CPA function on Revive. Here we go. Here I got a copy of Revive on my XAMPP server. Now, this is a XAMPP server. This is not a production server. This is something I use for tutorials. Anyway, let's go to inventory. And here you can see advertiser. Already got an advertiser. I done this earlier on. Here is the bannerpro.uk. This is going to be our publisher. And at the moment, as you can see, is only one banner. Now I'm going to go to campaign, and as you can see, I got two campaign. I got the default campaign, and I got the default 2 campaign. Now here is where you actually set the CPA. Now to get more information, you need to understand the difference between CPA, CPM, CPC, and so on and so forth. You can also get a lot of help on the Revive forum, and that's the first place I would go if I was you. Revive add server forum. Here you get a lot of help from a lot of people who use Revive. So if you got any issues, this is your first place to actually check it out. But anyway, you ask for that, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So if I go to the first campaign, I want to make sure that everything looks good. Here I got also CPA, and I add 20 clicks. Right now there are 3 different type of campaign: remnant, contract, and override. I don't usually use override. Now I use remnant and contract. Now remnant is, for example, if you would say that someone have a lot of different delivery options, and for each zone that you create, right, you can actually deliver that campaign on each zone. Now you can also do that on contract. But say for example you will sell to an advertiser, not the publisher but the advertiser. You will sell it, for example, 20 clicks at £1 per click. That will make £20. So you will charge £20 and you give him 20 clicks. Or for example, you will charge them £50 for, let's say here, instead of clicks, we're going to say 1,000 impressions, and you say instead of £10 for 20 clicks, you charge 1,000 impressions for about 50 cents, for example. In this case, it's going to be 0.50. This is more or less the way it works. Now CPA, I think, is click per action or something like this. Now CPA got a little problem. Something I don't like to do. If I go CPA here, explanation, what I found that a lot of people, you don't know, you see, especially if you get paid later, per leads, that you will have a problem, because you don't know if once the actual banner has been clicked, you don't know if that led to a sale. So that is another problem. It looks like I got the wrong one here, but if you search for CPA, CPM, and I think CPM is click per or impression per 1,000, or CPC, click through something. To be honest, I don't really use a lot here, so monetize is pros is another place to go. You actually explain properly. Here we go: cost per 1,000, cost per click, and cost per action. Now if I go to cost per action, here is a good place to get started on this if you really want to know a little bit more. But again, as you can say, advantage advertisers are willing to pay a lot of more for a completed transaction. But what I don't understand as disadvantages is that you don't know if that went through. So because you don't know if that was a sale from that lead, you never know the truth. But that's up to you. I mean, I don't do this kind of stuff. I make videos, that's it. But anyway, once you decide here the pricing model, in this case, as you said, CPA, I'm going to say the rate price I want to sell, for example, conversion. In this case, the how much conversion you want to do. I made a mistake on that actually. It's not conversion. I meant to say impressions 1000, not conversion. Or you can set up clicks, and you say 50 clicks because maybe you charged a certain amount of money. Once you're happy with that, you can have both if you want to, and then you press save. And there we go. So it says no clicks available. Let's do here. Exactly, that's contract. So it has to be remnant. And then let's save that. There we go, that's been updated. Okay, that's it. That's remaining 50 clicks. So once you've done that, you go to the zones and you get the invocation code. Choose whatever applies to you. I usually use on iframe. I do this for a friend of mine. I don't do that for myself. I don't run it. And if I go back to my, let's say my computer, and I go to, let's see, training, sure, I think it's this one here. No, it's not this one here. Let's go back. WordPress, let's go to 12. Here we go. Right, click on this notepad, and as you can see, it's already here. But anyway, I'm going to delete that. I'm going to paste that, save it, and when I go back to the browser, that one here, and I refresh, you see that. And of course, this is going to go down from 20 to less and less. That the problem here, because the other one is inactive. So the problem here, you won't see it going down straight away. It's kind of a cron. It goes around so every hour, I think, on this one here. It is, or as much as you can set it. But at the moment it's set 1 hour. So in 1 hour, it's automatically run it. And there is a way to do every minute or something like that. But again, this is not something I do. But don't forget, this is automatically done anyway through the system. You don't just need the cron as such. Anyway, that's it really. Go to the next one. Now this one here, I hands you back, and I said on which, when you try to install your panel. I mean, I don't know. You didn't give too much of information here, so logically it's on CentOS, but I believe, yeah, it is CentOS. And I don't know if it's on something on your local machine. I mean, I don't know. I need more information to help you on that. Going back to Party Monastery or whatever, again on Mobilize, seems like that every site is pretty much going to look the same. Yes, well, that's the website. I just do tutorials, as I said, mate. I don't know what to say more than that. Going back to Steve Patco, yes, name server. I'm working on that. A friend of mine is going to give me a VPS soon, so I can actually try that. Because logically I'm on dynamic IP, I can't really show you on that, to be honest. But as soon as I get a VPS from a friend of mine that is going to give it to me, quite cheap, I must be honest, I can run more tutorials and I can actually show you how to do DNS as well, because I will have a static IP. That's it really. All the rest is quite old. And don't forget, anyway, you can follow me on my website, on YouTube and on Twitter. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time, where I'm going to show you another installation of another open source application. Thanks again, and see you next time.